Why everyone and your mom should be taking SARMs, specifically older people should be taking SARMs, why SARMs were developed, blah, 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 blah. Let's get into it. So, SARMs in the bodybuilding context, I'm not going to be talking about. This is longevity, biohacking, biohacking, not bodybuilding. What's up everyone, it's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. Please follow my Instagram at Russo Lifts, just in case something happens to this YouTube channel. You can follow, message, and you can watch my daily story content on Instagram. I'll see you there. What is up everyone, it's Russo. I hope everyone is doing well. ASMR sip, some 1907. There's currently a battle going on to keep the sip on the channel or to remove it. Now, let's go into this. I can see why people don't like it because they have that phobia of like chewing food or drinking. And there are other people like, Russo, this is your channel, you do what the fuck you want to do on the channel. Personally, I had Andrew just like throw in the timestamp of you can skip that, skip the intro and the sip, and boom. So, happy medium. Happy medium. What do you know? Russo compromises with everyone. Anyways, today I'm going to be going into why everyone and your mom should be taking SARMs, specifically older people should be taking SARMs, why SARMs were developed, blah, 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 blah. Let's get into it. So, SARMs in the bodybuilding context, I'm not going to be talking about. This is longevity, biohacking, biohacking, not bodybuilding, okay? Not everything needs extreme dosages and building a bunch of size. Like, not everyone's about the vanity of that. Some people are here for just the biohacking. That's what this video is about. I've done a lot of hardcore bodybuilding content with Alec over the past couple weeks. Subscribe, hit the bell, hit all, check it out, like my videos, tell your friends. This channel doesn't get seen much, but today let's go into why SARMs were developed. They're designed to be the evolution of steroids for muscle wasting diseases. Hey, Ryan, what's a muscle wasting disease that everyone gets? Aging. Aging is a muscle wasting disease. Oh, everyone gets that. So when I see, bodybuilders, they're blasting SARMs, getting all the side effects, it's like, well, if you sit down like Nerd Russo over here, I put on my spectacles, my blue light glasses, and I sit down and read the studies, the efficacious dosages of these SARMs that the human trials are on, and how they're testing the mice when you calculate the bioavailability of a mouse compared to a person. The dosages are super low, and for my friends who've experimented with the super low dosages, that's how the SARMs are designed to be taken. You see that there's very little to almost no side effects of doing 1 to 5 milligrams of Ostarine, 1 milligram to 2 milligrams of LGD-4033, 20 milligrams of S4. You see selectivity still, the selectivity to skeletal muscle and bone. The selectivity goes out the window as you raise the dosage. But in the efficacious dosages, you see very good selectivity towards skeletal muscle and bone, and you see very little impact on lipids, if not any at those minuscule dosages. You see very little to no liver toxicity at those dosages, absolutely no toxicity in some of them in my opinion. And you see them basically on paper, you would be able to sustain it forever at those little minuscule dosages where, no, you wouldn't look in the mirror and be like, oh, I'm getting more jacked today because I'm on cycle. No, from a biohacking standpoint, it's densifying your bones, it's stopping muscle atrophy. So if I were to give my grandfather or my grandmother before she passed, my grandmother's muscles were very brittle, right? That just happens with aging, and her muscles were atrophying, her bones were weak. She would fall, break her hip, have to go, sit, recover, get surgery, and it's just sad, right? It's gonna happen to everyone. Everyone here is gonna get old and die. What if we prolonged the time that you had dense muscles? What if we stopped the muscle atrophy or slowed it? That's how SARMs are the miracle drugs. That's why SARMs are still being developed. That's why SARMs have human trials right now. That's why SARMs are being pushed through, aka LGD-4033. It's at the very end of the trials. That's why millions of dollars have been dumped into them, not for bodybuilding, for all the dumbass juice heads, for longevity biohacking. That's what they've been developed for. That's why they're researched. That's why there's a ton of money in them. Because you think, if every single person on this planet did 1 milligram to 2 milligrams of Ostarine a day, their muscles would be denser, their muscles would be stronger, they would atrophy less easily, the bones would be denser. We see up to a 20 to 40% bone density increase with these SARMs binding to the skeletal muscles and bones. You see no impact on the hormonal axis at those dosages. The HPTA does not shut down. It might suppress a tiny amount, but it does not shut down at all. Doesn't really impact it at all at those little of dosages. You're getting all these benefits. You're not feeling any side effects. There's no biomarkers that go out of whack. It's like a miracle drug the way they were designed to be taken. And if you give that to people who are over 50 years old, that will 110% make a difference in quality of life. You have denser muscles, stronger muscles, denser bones, less likely to break bones. When you age, that would make a difference in quality of life. It's a lot less taxing on the body than HRT. And I sell HRT, right? Check out elevatealternativemedicine.com. That's my TRT clinic. You can fill out a contact request below and you can speak to a physician. You're entitled to a 30-minute free appointment and you can decide if you want to sign up or not and have your blood work monitored professionally and be supervised on testosterone. And there's many other compounds available at Elevate. Check it out below. With that being said, TRT, HRT, in my opinion, is a higher risk, replacing your overall androgen level, meaning with TRT, HRT, you're replacing your natural testosterone with exogenous testosterone, which is going to cause a lot more side effects, which is going to cause a lot more longevity, which is going to have to really be on top of monitoring your prostate, monitoring other things. That's why you should be professionally supervised. Get with Elevate, go through the steps, sign up just so you have someone with a medical license to go back and forth with on doing it long term. With these SARMs at those little dosages, you still have your natural testosterone online. You're not going to see higher binding affinity with the prostate because they don't bind with the prostate. They're selective towards skeletal muscle and bone. The biochemists solved that issue. They densify the bones. They slow muscle atrophy down significantly in the rat studies. It's the miracle drug that steroids were supposed to be at those little ass dosages. So if you're older, I would definitely consider it, and I would like to see older gentlemen or older females get blood work done on those little of dosages, and I want to see if you can pick out any change in your biomarkers, because that's how they were designed. That's why there's so much money spent on them. It's not to build a shit ton of muscle. Obviously, I abused them and tried to see how they stacked up. And yeah, there's certain SARMs in the catalog of all, like there's hundreds of SARMs that were developed. And you can pick out some super strong ones that are comparable to real steroids. They have the same side effects as real steroids. But when it comes down to something like Ostarine, something like S4, something like ACP-105, in a little ass dosage, you're gonna have denser muscle and bones. Your muscles are gonna atrophy at a slower rate, and that's gonna improve aging tremendously. And that's how they're the miracle, and that's how you should view SARMs instead of just saying they're shit and don't work. You're a fucking idiot. I will see you in my next video.